Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more One Piece episodes 414, 15 and 16. My boy Luffy is on the same level. Well, let me rephrase that. My boy Luffy has the potential to be on the same level as Rayleigh and Shanks. Also, Boa Hancock is able to use that like haki, right? Conqueror's spirit, which is basically the way I understood it, like if you have like the aspiration or not aspiration, that your personality is like strong, right? Like a rural, and I guess that translates to conqueror as well. So basically you are freaking badass. Simply put it like that. And there are different types of haki. Obviously we saw those arrows, and I believe even that spear that one of the sisters was using was also like with haki or whatever. And you guys told me on Patreon that eventually everything will get explained, so I will be patient, but I know that there is a bunch of One Piece episodes, so I don't know when exactly. I'm kinda impatient, but after I confirmed with you guys that there will be an explanation, I will wait. It was simply badass seeing Luffy screaming. It was to protect Margaret, right? Like she is the character who brought out of Luffy something so huge, man. Oda is really fantastic writer. And also Michael on Patreon pointed out, he went back and commented on the episode against the duel when Luffy stopped the bull. When Bull was scared of Luffy, that was the hint of Luffy's conqueror spirit, man. And it makes perfect sense. Like Oda is leaving these hints, and it's just so satisfying to go back and revisit some of those scenes. It's perfect, man. So, as I said, Boa Hancock is really interesting character. Her personality is quite troublesome. She's very arrogant. She believes that everyone can forgive her no matter what she does because she's beautiful. And then there's my boy Luffy, who doesn't give a shit about her beauty. Also, the stuff about her back and what Luffy saw, something that Luffy deems to be familiar, which is really interesting. That's why I don't believe that story about the monster that they slayed, right? And that people get turned into stone when they see, look at her back. Luffy didn't turn into stone, and the fact that he said it's familiar, it has to be something else. So yeah, basically Luffy is now fighting. It became kind of personal, right? For Margaret, I believe Alefandra is her name, and Sweet Pea. So he's trying to win against the Boa sisters so that they can return back to normal. Classic Luffy stuff, man. I don't know if the lady, the granny, will tell them that Luffy is actually a big shot, and how will they react. I'm very excited for next episodes. As always, without further ado, let's jump into episode 414. Let's begin, guys. Amazing episodes don't stop, it seems, man. I really love that we befriended a warlord. Boa Hancock completely shifted her character from my perspective, and I adore her so much, man. Her story is so tragic. So Warlord of the Sea was once slave to celestial dragons as a 12-year-old girl. Fuck those celestial dragons. And I'm sorry, I don't know the English term for that, like fire stomp, right? But I know that hurts like hell, man. The fact that Hachi has that on forehead, bro. Poor guy. They were slaves of the celestial dragons. No wonder why Boa Hancock doesn't rock with the world government. I like her character so much, bro. This is amazing. And this is probably the first time ever she met a man like Luffy, right? She was fully expecting to for Luffy to show his true colors, right? Or rather, what she thought are going to be his true colors. But once she saw that Luffy is being genuine and that he is completely selfless, right? She started to trust and to open up to Luffy, man. The fight was really entertaining against the Boa sisters. Luffy used second gear and he showed them that he's no joke. Obviously, he managed to win against them. They were still pretty strong, but of course, Luffy showed why he has 300 million bounty, and the other sister was burning and her back was showing, and everyone would see what is on her back, right? If there wasn't for Luffy. Luffy immediately jumped to cover it up, man. What a guy, bro. That's why I am saying that Luffy is one of the greatest characters, man. Like, I like Zoro, and he's one of my favorite characters. I like him for different reasons, but seriously, man, Luffy is such a phenomenal character. Luffy is so damn amazing, bro. He's so likable, man. I don't even know how is it possible that someone would not like Luffy. Like, that is incomprehensible to me. So he protected her back so that people won't see what's there, and he said, our fight and your curse, what's on your back, are two separate things, right? And when he said that, they were shocked, bro, and the other sister didn't want to attack, right? And later on, Boa Hancock tested to see if Luffy is really like that by offering him two choices, right? You can either save them, the stone statues, or you can get on the ship. Choose only once. And Luffy, without a second thought, starts smiling and thanking Boa Hancock for giving him the chance to save Margaret, Alefandra, and Sweet Pea, man. That was yet another showcase of how phenomenal Luffy as a character is. And later we saw Boa Hancock smiling, crying, blushing, telling her life story to Luffy, and I started loving her character so much, man. That's terrible. They were 4 years under celestial dragons, man. Who knows what kind of horrible shit they went through. Sandersonia started going crazy just by the thought of remembering how it was, man. That's terrible. I can't wait for one day for us to scratch those celestial dragons from the face of the earth, man. Holy shit, do I hate them, bro. And there is this mysterious fishman, Fisher Tiger, who doesn't really rock with people, probably just like Arlong. They were like this group of fishermen pirates, sun pirates, right? But he was still fair and he freed all the slaves. My man, with his 2 arms, climbed the red line to marry Joe's, where these fuckers live, and he freed the slaves. He's a real one, bro. Even though he doesn't like people, what he did was so fucking noble and amazing, bro. We saw a glimpse of him, like the shadowy figure. He looked pretty mad, intimidating, or whatever. But as Boa Hancock said, she is indebted to him for the rest of her life. So Luffy went on the banquet and they had a fantastic time. They still didn't trust Luffy, but when Luffy said, why aren't you singing? And when he showed them the goofy moves that Chopper and the others does, that was hilarious. But then we get to the news and we see the Blackbeard on newspaper, and the granny said that there will be a war between Navy and Whitebeard, and Luffy's like, what the fuck? Why are they going into war? This is huge. And she says that there is Whitebeard commander being executed, and that is Portgas the Ace. It broke my heart seeing Luffy immediately shaking, leaving the cup of tea on the table, and immediately realizing he will have to go there alone. And he says that his friends will have to wait a little bit more because he can't possibly gather, especially if they are scattered all around the world, man. Which there is a very high chance that's the case. He can't assemble all of them in such a short time period in 6 days. But if we use Navy ship, we can go there in 4 days, and we will try to do that thanks to Boa Hancock, who has privileges thanks to her title being a warlord, and we can use her going there to this assembly, right, of the warlords. And if she is willing to do that for Luffy, and I think that she will, but why is she suddenly sick, man? That is so fucking annoying. She has fallen with an unknown illness, right? And she's all red, looks like she has fever, she's breathing heavily, and she asks, am I dying, bro? Like, what the hell? That was so unexpected, man. I wonder what will be the significance of that. Like, there is no way that she just dies of that illness all of a sudden, bro. There is no way. Especially after her character just became so goated, man, and she likes Luffy. Underwater prison, Impel Down, and there is tight security there right now, which makes sense. They treat Ace as the like worst imprisoner that they have right now, the most important, right? So they have to keep an eye on him. So I really can't wait to see how will things play out, man. Amazing episodes as always, guys. I will end it here for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. As always, check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.